Scioto Marsh, located in Hardin County, Ohio, is full of lush, black soil that is extremely valuable to specialized farming, especially onions. McGuffey, a small town located in the marsh, was booming due to the farming industry, but on June 20th, 1934, the onion pickers of Hardin County went on strike due to low wages and long working hours. Although the strike proved to be unsuccessful, McGuffey and the migrant workers who lived there suffered a long-lasting impact.
Before the onion strike, McGuffey was full of farmers and migrant workers. McGuffey was a blue-collar, hard-working town with opportunities for growth. But by the early 1930s, the devastation of the Great Depression had already took roots in McGuffey. The pickers' wages were low and their days were long, while the farmers were barely breaking even. Finally, on June 20th, 1934, tensions boiled over. The workers went on strike for higher wages, while the farmers couldn't afford to pay them. The strike lasted until early October with no clear winner. But what happened to the once booming McGuffey?
Before, like I say, McGuffey was the center of that industry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, McGuffey had its own telegraph station, and they were directly connected to New York City and Chicago, the big centers, and there was no middleman. In other words, they were selling their onions, taking orders right there. So it was a big deal. And they, like I said, they probably had storage for 200,000 bushels of onions there. After the strike.
But could the strike have been avoided?
Or another method?
I doubt it. Mm-hmm. Now, I doubt it because the growers, they felt they couldn't do anything but what they were doing. And the workers, felt they didn't have any clout either. They couldn't earn a living. Now, I don't think you could have avoided it. Mm-hmm. I don't think you could. I think you could.
After the strike, the migrant workers left town, and the farmers had to switch to different crops. Onions were not grown in the marsh, and McGuffey felt the impact. Although farming is still prevalent in the marsh, most land is owned by huge corporate farms that do not provide much benefit to the community of McGuffey. Today, the median income of McGuffey is near the poverty line. The town never fully recovered from the economic losses of the Great Depression and the Great Onion Strike of 1934.